Good morning.
It is morning.
We have our instant coffee, our mellow blend. Not bad, actually. Pretty good.
Milk in a bottle?
If you watched yesterday's adventure, there's a reason why the milk is in a water bottle, because nothing made it up here.
Oh, well.
But here we are surviving. We just woke up. We're about to make some breakfast. Thought we'd
Bacon and no eggs?
Bacon and no... We could have had one egg, but no. We had 11 eggs get tossed in the air, completely destroyed. One of them was fine.
Hey. Hey. This one's still good?
I tried to save it. He's like, and chucked it. So there goes my one egg.
It's with all the others.
You know what? That might be the end of us right there. The one egg. We could have had it.
Yeah. And we have a ice auger that won't start at this point.
Yeah, can't Google it out here.
So the air breather's in pieces, and we're trying to figure out the choke and how that air breather and the carburetor works. We'll take more time on it this morning because I think that'll dictate
A portion of our day. Anyway, so we're hoping to do some ice fishing. And I don't feel like chopping a hole in the ice with an axe, especially a couple holes. Within legal limits, of course. Yeah, so other than that, you said you had a few other things in mind about traveling in certain directions, try to find some tracks, see what's going on out there.
instant coffee good.
It's not the best. It's good out here. You know, it's not Timmy's, but it'll do.
Right on.
So, yeah, after yesterday's adventure, I think we got here and we got set up and we got warm and we kind of hunkered down and gave up on the day being anything spectacular. And today we're headed out. We're going to see what that's all involved with, and the plan might change completely based on this ice auger working or not. But what else do you got going on?
Well, depending on the ice auger, like you're saying, if that doesn't work, then we're going to be doing a lot of exploring. I will show you what's out there in the bush for winter trapping. We do have some marten boxes that are out there. The season's closed. We're mid-March, so the season closes the end of February, so you won't be able to see a live trap, but we could talk about the boxes and why they're set up in such a way and how we trap marten. The next best thing I want to do is to see where the wolves are. For some reason, the wolves are all over the trap line in the fall, but in the winter, they're very secluded. Now, I imagine they're following their food, which may be the moose. But I've been following this line for a little while and I haven't been able to find wolf tracks in the winter time. So I'm hoping to go to another end of the trap line and see if we can see any sign of them.
Well, we also have a bunch of beaver carcasses.
Oh, geez, yeah. Oh, there's going to be a treat.
Yeah, we have to get rid of those. I'll let you explain beaver carcasses and why you have them.
So in the fall, when we trap our beaver, we keep the beaver meat for all our trapping, whether it be for wolves, lynx, marten. So all the long fur animals is what we use. We use the beaver as bait. Now we're getting to the end of our season and we still have beaver carcasses left. So we're going to feed the animals. They're struggling out there. We're getting to the end of winter. They're hungry. And that's what trappers do. I mean, it's time to return what we don't use back to the animals.
So every single bit of the beaver gets used one way or another.
Yep, even up to the bald eagles, which are up here also. So
a little bit of freedom.
Wasted.
Bald eagles. Freedom. So, yeah, we'll show you all of that. Best case or worst case scenario. We'll have a bunch of stuff for you, and we're gonna get some sledding done and go explore because it's 300. How many square kilometers?
108 square
or 108
miles.
Square miles. So here we go again with the miles.
Yeah.
Generation split, eh? Okay. So yeah, we have lots to do, and we'll see what we got to today. First comes to show or wow words this morning. First things first is definitely getting some breakfast in and waking up a little bit.
More instant coffee.
But I was gonna do a portion of this video where I show you guys the trap cabin, but the honest truth is you're looking at it. There's a little shower in the corner. There's a fridge and a stove, propane mostly, wood stove, 2 beds. You know, way to keep your stuff dry. It's nothing fancy. I wouldn't call this a cottage. if you're one of those
God.
people.
Cottage.
This is a camp at best, but you know what? It's warm, it's shelter. Honestly, it's pretty good. It's got everything you need. And I slept like a baby last night, which is nice. Like I got a solid like 9 hours sleep, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So yeah.
The heat will do it. After all the fresh air all day, add a little heat.
Oh yeah.
Perfect recipe.
I've got a few sore muscles already this morning. They're picking up all those eggs and stuff.
She's picking up the eggs.
But yeah, we'll get to making breakfast,
Okay,
and we'll see what we get into.
Good to go.
Flush!
Yeah, lots.
I didn't bring my hammer. We should knock that out. I didn't even know I was in slush.
Oh, dude, I
I
hit
gave it some gas. I was trying to be cute, lift the front end, and then I felt it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, this whole thing feels like slush. I don't know how I feel about that.
We're good. That's why I came off from over there.
But yeah, where we turned around, I was thinking.
Were you?
I'm sure there was good ice under it, but yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. Dangers of ice. I don't care how much of a pro you are or whatever. Be careful out there, folks. Be careful.
Thank God for power.
Yeah. So are we fishing here or what?
I'd like to put a couple of holes just right here.
Okay.
I wouldn't have thought this was a good spot. I was looking for the beaver house around the corner, but I don't see it.
So just like when I was 12 years old, my dad's making me go get the sticks. We gotta go find some nice branches that aren't too dead, so we can use them as fishing poles in the ice. If you've never seen ice fishing, this is one of the more basic ways to go at it. Let's see here. Oh, we got some tracks. Rabbit. Maybe we got a rabbit today. I don't know. Is this stuff too dead? Oh, that's very dead. Alright, well, I'm not going to film this whole thing, but my dad's screwing with the fishing line. That's a complete mess, which is kind of the speed this trip is going, so that's okay. But we'll get back to it in a second. What are we doing now? We got sticks.
We got sticks, we got lines, we got semi-comatose minnows. We got a few that made it. And
They're barely wiggling.
barely wiggling, yeah. The shiners did not make it. They're always the first to go. The chubs, well, a little brain damage, but I think we'll be able to use them.
Yeah.
So we're gonna punch a few holes. We're out of the slush. And I was trying to get us in front of a beaver house, but we would have been stuck pulling friggin' skins.
Oh, the slush over there was wild.
Yeah.
You want to see our new choke system? It's right here.
Yeah.
There's our choke.
It works.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It worked at the cabin.
Right.
It should work again.
Awesome.
But the whole air box here broke off like we were talking about, so yeah, we're doing a bit of a brush off wine choke here.
So if anyone knows where to get parts of the Rapala Nitro, please let me know.
They're all going to tell you to just buy another one. Cheap Chinese stuff.
Aye.
Let me see if I can find this spot.
Alright. Okay. Try to give him the view here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, power's on.
Am I the choke or are you the choke?
You were the choke.
Alright.
Yeah, you were the choke. Hey! Oh. Semi-choke.
Hole number 1, old school stick setup. We're just gonna dangle it off this. We'll see it bend, put a little marker on it. We didn't actually have a hole scoop, so my dad brought a small pot. Whatever gets the job done, I guess. He's getting a line ready, put a minnow on her, and that's hole number 1. We'll put a couple holes in, and well, let's put it this way. We don't have a good track record of catching fish together. We apparently do okay separately, but there's something about it when him and I get together. There's always something. So, we got 4 holes. We figured out the ice auger. We have to like throttle it with the choke with our thumb, so now it's a 2-man thing. But we got her done, and the holes are in good shape actually. We got a layer of about 6 to 8 inches of ice, and then water a little bit, and then the original ice on this lake. So more than enough ice, more than safe enough. Yeah, we ran into some slush, but not a big deal. That just happens on the surface of ice. For those of you in Florida who've never seen ice before or something like that. But yeah, we're all set up. I think we're gonna pull out the drone and take some cool shots and enjoy the day. Got
Fish.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Catch fish.
You know what? The moment you say that, we're not going to catch fish.
I did chicks this today.
You probably did. I don't think you and I have ever really caught fish together. Maybe 5 in our entire lives.
That many.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was probably the majority of those. But anyway. Yeah. Okay, Dad, while we wait, it's story time. I figured while we're waiting for the fish to bite, a couple stories.
A couple, the way they're biting. We'll be telling stories all day.
Well, how about the bear story? When I was a kid.
So, yeah, all right. We were fishing. You were 9?
If that, somewhere around there.
We walked through the woods, and there was a nice little falls that I wanted to fish with you. And I brought you there. We had to walk in. And as I'm fishing, I could hear you behind me say, Dad, black bear. Now you could imagine what was going through my mind, because it was just you and me out in the woods. Your mother knew we were out there, but it'd be days before they'd find you or me or any pieces of us left. So in that split second, I asked you to get behind me. It was going to be me against the bear, armed with a fishing rod.
A fishing rod that wasn't even working.
Well,
it was all tangled up, and you were mad about it.
But yeah, you were 5 feet ahead of me, and the bear was 5 feet in front of you. So I was going to go first and fight this bear. But then I got thinking, it's like, well, if I die, who's going to get you out? Thank God the bear, well, it was a nice summer day. I guess he wasn't that hungry and he decided to just walk on, and we gave him enough room to walk away. And
Yeah. So we were literally in a little pocket, a bay, and we were fishing on little rocks that were on the surface of the water. And we left the bag closer to shore so it didn't get wet. So he told me to go grab a root beer. And so I did, and yeah, I ran into that bear, and we had nowhere to go. Like, they run faster, they climb faster, they swim faster. So we had nowhere to go. So luckily the bear, like you said, just came along, grabbed a fish, looked at us, didn't care, screwed off. So, like, we have so many of these stories. Like, it's trapping. You don't go home empty-handed no matter what. You'll always have something.
well, yeah, look at our explosive toboggan, right?
Yeah.
We were everywhere.
Yeah. And the last
Toboggan, puke and everything onto the lake.
time we came out here, you stuck the stick in the trap to show us how it worked, and
Right? You know how
it
that
exploded in your face.
This is what happens.
Yeah. Insert here.
Yeah, I'll make sure to do that for you. I know you don't like it, so I'll make sure it's in, okay?
Yeah.
What else do we got? We got the time you broke your hand. So sometimes you have to set traps and you have to kind of break some ice.
To get him out.
Yeah, so he was trying to get it out, and he kind of looked at it and he's like, ah, geez. I could see him winding up for it. I'm like, and I remember, I'm a kid. I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, Dad, you're gonna break your hand, or you're gonna do something silly. And he looks at it again. He thinks he's just gonna give it a little smuck and grab the trap out, break the little bit of ice that there is. And sure enough, he broke his knuckle. And still to this day, you have a bit of a funny knuckle. So yes, he did in fact break his hand. So for all of you out there that think you're wiser than a kid, sometimes keeping it simple stupid it works out for you. So I hope you enjoyed these stories. We got a lot more. So. The fish we got were so big that we didn't want to embarrass anybody by showing what we caught, so you know, I think we'll just leave that as it is.
Right. And that trophy you caught.
Oh, it was this big, Dad.
Where's the other hand?
Oh, it's a wide angle lens, but it's never gonna see the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, just pro fishermen, you know. We're gonna head back now and not have lunch because we ate so many fish.
Hot dogs it is.
And carry on with our day. We'll see you on the trail. What a view. Wow. Good to go. Good job. Wow, there's a full box.
There's a full box. Yeah, so again, the season's over. So my trapping partner was kind enough to set off all the traps a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, Martin closes the end of February. So yeah, trap set off, we set off to the side. And there's no screen.
Oh yeah, that's not how that works.
No. And I wonder if he has something to do with it. We got something living at the base of the tree.
Well,
anyways, that could have been anything. That could have been a lynx that ripped the screen from the bottom, took the beaver chunk.
well, something got fed, no big deal.
But definitely not good for trapping. All right.
Ugh. eat some of that huge, awesome fish we caught.
Where?
We're getting ready to go.
Getting ready to go.
What are we doing?
We're going for a ride. We're going to check a few more traps at the other end of the trap line. I want to put this thing from first gear to second. Yeah, see what she's got. Give it the throttle.
Try to lift up the skis on a 700-pound sled.
She can do it.
Yeah. We didn't have any fish, but we had some really good hot dogs, I'll tell you. Let's get her. What do we got, dude?
So remember I said I was looking for the wolves?
Yeah.
Here they are. And this is fresh, like within the last hour. It snowed on us and rained on us until just a little while ago.
Not the biggest.
No, but look, you got a couple here. You got at least two.
Why is this one dragging its feet?
Well, that's a very good question. This guy's not. This guy is, but now think about it.
They're about the same size.
Yeah. He might be carrying a rabbit. Something with feet dangling.
That was
in
my
his mouth.
first question, yeah.
Okay, this guy doesn't have any food, this guy does. So, I was looking for these guys. I couldn't find them all winter. This is the first sign I see of them. So, these are definitely two different wolves.
To give you an idea, we're like a kilometer from the camp.
Okay, about that, yeah. I don't know where they came from. We just came across this.
Well, we drove over them, so.
You didn't see them come from the bush, or did you?
Oh, right here maybe? Oh, those are older. Right here.
Okay.
We got some wolves.
We got wolves. Now the snow's not as bad this time of year, but it's good to see that they're hunting, they're still moving. What are they eating this time of year is another question, but
This is like 2 seconds from your property.
I got friends.
Some wolves.
Yeah.
They don't tend to bug anyone.
No, they're pretty good. But I guarantee you, this guy here on the left, he's dragging something. He's got something with him. And it's been my experience that they got rabbit. And that's the legs in the front that are dragging with.
Yeah. So we followed their tracks a little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to be hooking left. Obviously these wolves are hooking right. Just a couple of things I wanted to point out. We passed a little scent post back there, and now we have one right here. This is the wolves marking their territory. Okay, they're trying to tell the other wolves stay out, right? This is ours. Whether it's the leader of the pack, I'm not sure who, but yeah, they definitely mark their territory. Something else I want you to see is that the wolves walk in the same trail. This is so that they don't tire out, right? You got your leader in the front. The other wolves will walk in unison right in back. Okay, especially in deeper snow, so the other wolves have a chance not to have to work as hard. Then the lead wolf will come behind, and they'll rotate. So it's a smart way to work in the winter time when you're all treasured together through the snow. So I wanted you guys to see that.
Yeah, there it is.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sharp.
It is.
With any luck, we'll find them.
We're going that way, they're going that way. I'm okay with that.
Got another trap here we're checking out. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, come on. God. Ah. Yeah, stupid.
So the box is empty. The screen's still in. So don't know what happened to the beaver, but you can see the freaking wolves were walking all around.
Trying to figure out if there was anything left.
See if it smelled good. They're hungry, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is interesting. I've seen more wolf tracks in one day than I have in a long time.
river, but I saw an open patch of water.
I saw it's at the beginning over here.
Yeah. Woo.
That's what I say, don't stop. You'll see the same thing on the next lake we're going to. You'll see little holes.
Yeah, yeah. I only saw it as I was flying, so I just held it.
Yeah, don't stop.
Yeah. Yeah, a little wet.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Go
We'll
ahead.
break you shortly.
Let's head back to camp.
Let's do that.
Just be careful on this lake. All the sandbars and the slush and whatnot.
Open water.
Yeah.
It'll look like exactly like the last open water you went through.
I don't know if they're gonna get that on camera. We'll see.
When you drive by and you see a little round hole with blue water in it, that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing we should talk about. So some lakes are fed by like other lakes or bodies of water or a mouth.
Rivers, creeks,
Some lakes don't have any of that, but somehow they get water, and that's spring fed.
spring fed.
So a lot of people know the dangers of a feed of water from another body of water to another. You'll know that's dangerous, weak ice or no ice, so you got to stay away from that stuff. But you got to remember that spring fed can also have dangerous problems with it too. So you can have a spring feed and you'll see little open holes in the middle of the ice randomly in the middle of nowhere.
And you won't know where they are.
You have no
Unlike
idea.
a river or a creek, these could be anywhere.
Yeah. So that's why I'm telling my dad, you know, we should keep our eyes peeled, that kind of thing, and
Drive fast,
drive fast.
okay? Blink once, drive fast.
Yeah. If you go Mach speed, yeah, you should be good, right? Or you drop a ski in it and you go for a new ride.
That was a good ride.
Yeah. And we're not dead, so
It must have been good.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? That lake was in perfect, pristine shape.
Which one? We did like
We were just
18 lakes.
The one we were just on.
Oh, okay. Right.
Right.
Well, that's the end of day 2. But welcome to my office, by the way. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, last night we had a fire in here, but this thing was full of ice and whatnot, and we finally melted it all out. Had a good fire, but it was too late and we had to go to bed. But we're gonna have a good one tonight. We wrapped up. We started off with some ice fishing this morning.
We made an attempt at.
Yeah, caught the biggest fish, just
How big again?
about that big.
Yeah. Right.
And then we came back and ate some hot dogs because we, you know, you get it. And then we checked some of your traps, just double checking things weren't set anymore. Everything was safe.
Right.
We saw different examples of martin boxes.
So that's exactly what we saw today. Well, they were martin boxes, a little differently set from yesterday, from a previous trap line. These are stood up and down, but they're problematic. They're quick and easy to install, and that was what we were trying to do, was get them installed, get the trap set, and keep going. But you got to imagine when you start getting freezing rain and that wet snow, you get all that stuff, the freezing rain on top of the trap, and all of a sudden things start freezing up as it does in winter. What you saw yesterday at another trap line we were coming in was sideways. And that, it takes more time, but it is better because now you're not getting a freezing rain on a trap and the animal can come in more square with the trap.
Yeah.
So I have room for improvement with the traps that are out here and the setups.
There's a million ways to do things.
Right
You're,
on.
you're always going to learn.
Absolutely.
It's just like in the last series when we learned about ditch beavers and tunnel beavers.
Right?
They can actually dig underground. You've been doing this for like 3 decades and you had no idea
Bank
about
beavers,
that.
yeah.
Bank beavers, whatever you want to call them. Beavers apparently dig. Who knows? So yeah, we got around doing that. I've got lots of time on the lakes. We had the drone up in the air, DSLR taking some pretty cool shots. Yeah, and then we just went ripping around a little bit. Got some mileage on.
Beautiful, beautiful day for riding the sleds. Yes, we did put a few kilometers on.
Yeah, it's coming to an end though. It's getting pretty warm.
So March, we're mid-March.
Yep.
And even up here in Northern Ontario,
it's tacky.
yeah. So spring is in the air. You wouldn't know it because it is gray, but spring is coming.
And we're expecting rain, which is crazy because it's still too cold for that. Like a couple nights ago, it was like minus 20 something at night. So we're gonna have a flash freeze, and we might not be getting enough snow to cool the sleds on the way home. So we'll see how that goes. We'll have to take more breaks and let the sleds cool and stuff like that. But yeah, an eventful day, and we're back early enough so we don't get stuck in the rain, and take it easy, make some steaks maybe, or spaghetti, I don't know what.
Or fish.
Or yeah, fish.
Fish.
Yeah, we should have that fish we caught. But
Steaks it is.
really good day, nice and easy. I have no idea what time it is. My cell phone's not on. Like, all you hear is just
Life is great.
wind, cold. The odd animal. We had some birds chirping. But that's it for this one, folks. Make sure, if you did like it, to like, comment, subscribe, the whole bit. We have a whole summer series of these videos if you haven't seen them. And this is the second video of the series too. So I'll make sure that's all properly recorded in the description and stuff like that. So enjoy. There's more coming. And thanks for watching.
Next time. Doing something dumb. Take part 1.
Yeah. Hi-yo! Gasolina!